Greetings, film fans. I would like to personally thank you for purchasing Bloody Camp Murder on DVD. I hope you'll enjoy the behind-the-scenes insight into our towering achievement. Action! Oh, hello. Didn't see you there. My name is Zombie Horrorwood. Today I'm going to show you the making of Bloody Camp Murder from beginning to end and back again. So let's best start at the beginning. I had just completed Son of the Return of Bloody Murder 7, The Revenge again. I thought it's time to unfetter my rather immense imagination and let the ideas start to gush out of me like, oh, I don't know, like blood from a severed vein. So I embarked afresh upon the process of creation. But a profound sense of writer's block had stymied me for, must have been 15 minutes, perhaps even more. But then, all at once, it hit me like a hammer to the cranium. Once I commenced to writing, I just couldn't stop. Scene after scene kept hitting me like a sack of butcher knives, and my juices were flowing like gore from a freshly butchered corpse. If I say so myself, it was a stroke of genius. Instead of repeating the bloody murder story again and again, I reworked it to set the bloody murder story the camping site, which is just, completely new territory for me. I've never been camping in my life, and I doubt most of my crew and cast have ever been out, well, during daylight, let alone into the woods. Anyway, I was sure, though, that with perseverance, attitude, and the right financing, we could succeed and get this opus made. If I could only translate my visual visions into a script. Words just spilled out of me like plasma from a transfusion gone wrong. It just keeps surging through my being as though some sort of zygote were willing me to bring it to birth. Writing that script was an experience that was truly, literally beyond words. After a final nip and tuck, the masterpiece was ready. I lay back in my chair and I was proud as a speckled pup in a red wagon. I wouldn't know what that means, by the way. You have to find out. Okay. Anyway, we had the script, but there was still a long way to go. time to roll cameras.
Hi, I'm Kissimmee Oliver, and I play the promiscuous Cinnamon Star. I'd like to thank Mr. Horrorwood for giving me this opportunity to fulfill my dream of being an actress. When Hugh and I first saw the script for the movie, we just thought, wow, this is amazing. And I think Hugh even said that this was Oscar-worthy.
Hello, my name is Hugh Jess. I play Brad in the movie Bloody Camp Murder. You might recognize me from such films as Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, and Friday the 13th, where I play Bystander. Well, I also wrote Pokemon Story. What do you think you're doing?
Setting up lights, sir?
Does this look like a good time to set up lights?
No, sir.
So, why couldn't you do this before the interview or after the interview? Why did you decide to do it now?
Well, we thought it was a good idea to do it.
Who thought? Who thought it was a good idea to interrupt my interview?
The people who made the movie.
Who?
The director, just to get out of the way.
Zombiewood told... Horrorwood told you to interrupt my interview.
Not exactly, he just said...
He said, you know what? I think it'll be really funny if you just go la-di-da-di-da-da-di during his interview. I just thought it'd be hilarious. So go run in there and put up your lights during his interview. Is that what he said?
No, not exactly.
So what exactly did he say? Did he say... Are you sure he didn't say, wait till after the interview?
No, sir.
So, is this because you didn't get the role that you just wanted to ruin my entire acting career?
No, sir.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Well, do you know what you should probably do?
No, sir.
Leave. Well, it was such an honor to hear that I got called for Mr. Horrorwood's new horror film.
Sorry, forgot my lights.
You mother...
This was exhausting. I think I lost 50 pounds by being in this movie. But besides that, this was a lot of fun and full of surprises because sometimes Mr. Horrorwood would get these stroke of genius moments and add stuff to the script. He kept us on our toes, that's for sure. I really can.
Okay, all right, calm down now. We'll try the scene again, maybe a couple of different ways, so we can see you stretch a little bit. Show us a little bit of your range, yes?
Yes.
Too much to ask?
Oh, no.
You sure?
I'm very sure.
Would you like a lie down?
No.
Would you like a collagen shot?
No.
Some B12?
No.
Then let's get on with it, shall we?
Okay.
Thank you.
This is the first time I was working with a filmmaker of this caliber. He knows what he wants and gets it done and takes a lot of work to work with him. But in the end, after seeing the finished project, you know it was worth it.
Then on the set, all at once, it struck me like a lead pipe pulverizing a pumpkin. There was a scene I could not do without.
So let me make sure I understand this. You want me to make out with a tree?
She didn't get that she wasn't making out with a tree. She was revealing her psyche. The goal of a good storyteller is getting the audience into the character. And what better way to get the audience into Cinnamon's character than through good old-fashioned promiscuity? It's no longer that character getting to first base with that tree, you see. Not the character at all. It's you getting to first base with nature, its very self.
So you want me to make out with this tree?
Darling, it's not just a tree. It's the tree of life itself. It's the universe. It's the audience. It's the you and the me, the alpha and omega. It's nature, its very self, and it's the greatest love you will ever have a chance to make.
Okay, I think I understand now.
Could you explain it to me?
Yes. By making out with this tree, I'm showing everyone that we as people and nature are one.
Exactly.
Tree of life, huh?
I just wanted to see if she'd do it. The hardest part was the ending. I needed Noda, but she didn't want to be there. She said she had things to do. Be here, I suppose. But her character was the sole survivor of my story. Noda, the pure one, the unblemished, in every ancient legend and all the myths, the one that is pure-hearted will succeed and survive. And that had never happened in one of my movies before. But back to the hardest part, deciding how to shoot the chase. So pretty much we had her and the killer run for about 10 minutes, which was very difficult to shoot and to perform. Then, to mess with the audience, I added a couple of jump scares, and I set them up with some false hope. She takes the knife, stabs the killer in the leg. The wound looks bad. Noda drops the knife and runs because she knows it's over for the killer, and that leg wound will probably cause him to bleed out. This leads our audience into a false sense of security. Then, bam! He's still alive, which of course caught everyone by complete surprise. No one expected that, haha. But this is what brings the film together. I cannot stress this enough. CG everything, from the breasts to the blood. Because trust me, these effects cannot be done in any realistic nature, as you can see from this comparison chart. As you can see, ours is far more superior than non-CG effects. And that's all I've got to say about that. Editing. Mostly a waste of time. I mean, who cares about that? Did you hear the one about the Polish starlet who came to Hollywood for her career? Married a sound editor? Anyway, we were drained, my dear. Just drained. Surely the most exhausting experience of my life. Fun for some and a bummer for others. But most important of all, finally, the wrap party.